Of all the players who benefited so much from winning the title, I think it's accurate to say that nobody has gained more than John Paxson. During the year, he was an unsung point guard playing in the same backcourt with Michael Jordan, but when the playoffs were over, everybody was singing his praises.
Scotty comes out 23 seconds ahead to Paxson. Another three by Paxson. Yeah!
John Paxson's contributions to the Bulls' effort were invaluable, and his reward has been substantial, thanks to a combination of great shooting and great timing.
It's funny, most people, they come and say, wouldn't it have been great if you swept the Lakers? And I go, well, not really, because if we had swept them, I wouldn't have had Game 5, and you never know what would have happened with me.
It was in that final game that Paxson drained shot after shot in the closing minutes to keep the Lakers at bay. And with every swish,
Paxson, yes!
His market value as a free agent increased. In July, under intense fan pressure, the Bulls re-signed him to a long-term, seven-figure deal.
Paxson open again. John Paxson continues to provide crushing shots.
Pax had come very close to leaving the Bulls, but now John and his family, wife Carolyn and sons Andrew and Ryan, were staying in Chicago, where they wanted to be anyway.
I didn't want to leave, and I'm so happy that John did sign.
But she was very supportive. As an athlete, you never know what can happen. And Carolyn, from the day the season ended, she said, you do what you have to do. I'll move anywhere. And, there was a lot of talk. I was going to Europe and some other places. But she was great, because it would have been tough had she come to me and said, I want to stay here. My options would have been real limited then. And so we're both happy it worked out this way, because we both consider this home. We both plan on staying here, when I'm done playing.
In April, John and Carolyn had sold their North Suburban home, anticipating a move to another NBA team. But when their future in Chicago became secure, they found a new place to live, spending the summer getting organized, and sometimes thinking back to that unforgettable week in June.
I just remember how I felt when when the buzzer went off, and the 2 days after that. It's such an elusive thing to get, and then it doesn't last very long. So I know that our whole group is anxious to try to do it again, and I think our team will respond real well.
As the Bulls begin defense of their NBA championship, what happened in June goes up on a shelf to be enjoyed again at a later time. The Paxsons and other NBA families now get back to the realities of pro basketball.
It is hard this time of year. I always think of October as, oh, he's back at training camp and he's not going to be around as much, because we're very lucky that we have him during the summer months, but all of a sudden October comes and we only get to see him a few hours a day, especially the kids, and then he's on the road. And it's hard. The kids really, at bedtime is when the kids really miss their dad, saying goodnight to him and the whole bit. But that's part of the NBA that you have to deal with, and so we deal with it.